Welcome back. My name is Kingsley Imufua and I am your host. Today, we continue our journey through the layers of history at Tell Makor. Welcome to episode 14 of The Source, our deep dive into James McKenna's monumental novel about the land of Israel, the people who built it, and the civilizations buried beneath its soil. In this episode, we descend to Level 2, a period marked by the twilight of an empire. We are looking at the Ottoman decline and the early seeds of modern Israel, circa 1875. The artifact that defines this level is a Turkish gold coin, a schematic sketch of a Fatimid dinar originally minted at Tiberias in 1004. McKenna uses this specific coin to represent the complex Ottoman monetary system of 1875, a system of taxes and ancient authority. The coin was deposited at Makor on August 21, 1880, sometime after 6 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of the events we are about to describe. It is the physical remnant of a once mighty empire in terminal decline, still extracting taxes and governing, but with an authority that had become hollowed out. Level 2 is set primarily at Tiberias, the ancient city on the Sea of Galilee, where the Jerusalem Talmud was compiled centuries before. This was the source from which the great tradition of rabbinic scholarship had radiated across the entire Jewish world for generations. But by 1880, Tiberias had become a hot, flea-ridden, decrepit small town sitting 680 feet below sea level. The town baked under a sun so fierce that the thermometer regularly registered 124 degrees. The heat was constant and oppressive. The glorious past of Herod's palaces and the great Talmudic academies was utterly invisible, buried under the weight of time and neglect. What remained was a handful of communities, Arab, Jewish Sephardi, Jewish Ashkenazi, and Christian, living in separate quarters, barely speaking to one another. Governing this unhappy situation was Faraj ibn Ahmed Tabari, the Kaimakam, or district governor. He was an intelligent but morally flexible man. Tabari had devised a system of extracting bakshish from every side of every dispute, resolving none of them while efficiently distributing resources for a price. He was corrupt in the Ottoman manner, but beneath it, he was a man of culture who understood with great clarity that the empire he serves is dying. The specific dispute before Governor Tabari involves a piece of land near the Tell of Makor. On the side, the Muslim religious authorities were demanding the land remain classified as waqf, religious endowment land that could never be sold. On the other side was Shmuel Hakohen, a Russian Jew with a determination that bordered on the divine. He was trying to purchase the land for a new settlement. This land dispute was the microcosm of the entire political situation. The Ottoman Empire could not govern effectively, and the Arab population had legitimate fears. Incoming Jewish immigrants had desperate needs, and a theological conviction that their return was a homecoming rather than colonization. Meanwhile, the great powers of Europe were circling with their own geopolitical interests. The land had become a question with no easy answer. McKenna presents Hakohen as a human being who has seen what Europe does to Jews and believes the only solution is a place where they can defend themselves. The Tabari family is one of McKenna's great recurring threads. The governor of 1880 is an ancestor of the Jamail Tabari we meet in the 1964 dig. The family represents the Arab inhabitants who have been there continuously, descendants of every people who ever ruled this sacred and contested land. Governor Tabari's dilemma, how to govern fairly in an empire that did not reward fairness, is one that his descendants will still be navigating decades later. The question of what it means to be Palestinian in the face of immigration is simply posed as one of history's genuinely tragic dilemmas. What Level 2 establishes with quiet clarity is that the modern conflict begins here, with two legitimate claims to the same piece of land. A people without a land seeking safety, and a people already on the land whose world was being transformed. The Turkish gold coin represents an empire too weak to mediate this conflict. Its authority was beginning to crumble into the dust. In 37 years, the empire will be gone, replaced by British Mandate authority. The landscape of the region was about to change forever. In 68 years, there will be a Jewish state. The land question that Tabari tried to finesse with bakshish will have become a war. The source does not run dry, but its waters, in this level of the Tell, are beginning to carry the distinct and bitter taste of things to come. That brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you found this exploration of Level 2 as rich and thought-provoking as I did. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into history. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment to support the series. Your engagement helps us keep uncovering the layers of the source. My name is Kingsley Imufua, and I will see you in the next episode.